Alright, so get to the mechanic to find out where my oil was leaking from. It wasn't the oil filter, it was the oil filter housing gasket, which turns out to be this thing over there.
Daddy, is your car on?
Let me clean off the camera. It's still blurry, I guess, for some reason. But it's that thing right there. Now, attached to it is a pulley, which is this thing down here I took off. There's only 2 bolts on the pulley, so you take that off. Total of 6 bolts. So you take that off the pulley, then you take 3 off of this thing. And then underneath there is a casing. In the casing you'll find this last bolt right there. You take that bolt off. I loosened it already so that now that I could just turn it with my fingers. And see how loose it is now. It's wiggling and stuff, so it's ready to come off. And once I take that off, all you gotta do is clean the old gasket off, put the new gasket on, then you'll be good to go. Now for the SUVs though, for some reason they have their oil and their antifreeze attached to the same type. So if you don't have a Lancer and you have an SUV, you're going to be looking at oil coming down and also having antifreeze coming down because they're 2 on the same. But for us Lancer guys, all we got to do is worry about the oil. Hopefully. I haven't really taken it off yet, so I'm going to find out. Now, the mechanic said that he could give me the oil gasket for $18, but he's going to charge me $200 to put it on. I thought $200 looks better in my pocket than his pocket. So now you see it's coming off. As I turn it and it's getting looser. But my hands are pretty greasy, so everything is really slippery. It can take longer. I should have took the this case all the way off so I could get to it a lot easier. But I didn't want to take the case off because there's a lot more attached to it. Like for instance, just to get that port to open up that much, I had to take off this part right here. And then after I did that, I was able to do it. I parked in front of somebody's house and doing this, so I don't want to take too long doing this. I'm just gonna try to hurry up and take this off. I'm gonna put the camera down for a second, just so I can get a good grip. My hands are all oily, so. No, that wouldn't be nice.
Daddy, I can control things with my mind. I said, just run me over, and then I made that car come. Oh, it's coming back.
It's always a car passing by.
It was really close to my feet.
Oh, wow.
Like,
having a hard time.
This is my feet, and this is this. It was like this close.
I thought it was hand loose. Well, it was kind of hand loose, but not so much.
I couldn't die.
So, alright, I got that off, and my hands are really dirty, so I'm gonna grab another napkin first before I pick up my phone, because I don't want to get my phone all oily and greasy. That doesn't really work out too well. I have a record of breaking my phones every 3 months, from dropping it when I get out the car or leaving it on top of the car and driving off to closing it in the door. So trying to avoid breaking this phone and getting it dirty. So now that I took it off, you can see there's where oil compartment is. Right here is like the gasket. So what you want to do is just make sure you get that gasket off. And so you can just basically take anything to peel it off. What I'm gonna use is this, flathead screwdriver, because I feel like that's easier for me. I got my gasket off of Mitsubishi's site, which is, when you get anything from the dealer, it's pretty expensive. But it was only $8. The mechanic wanted to charge me $18, so I feel like I got a good deal. So basically that's all I'm gonna do is put the other gasket on, put the bolts back on, and I'll be good to go with no more oil leak.